Yo, welcome back to another video, guys. I hope you're having an amazing day. And today I'm back doing some more battles between bosses. So you guys might remember recently where I made a video on Sir Gregor versus Squire Gregor. And inside of that dungeon, there is another mob that you face in there called the Lorekeeper. And I already have him inside of my monster dome. So if I go in here, yes, he is there. And really quick before the video does start, if you guys enjoy this series and you haven't already subscribed, then make sure to subscribe. I've been posting videos like this pretty much every day. And if you haven't already joined my Discord server, then that'll be the top link in the description. You can just use that to talk to me or even other people in the Wiz community. And sometimes I do host giveaways. And you know his name is Lorekeeper. And then there's also a Loremaster, so I was like, why not put them up against each other? But obviously the Loremaster is way weaker, so we can't just do a straight 1v1. So first I'm going to see if 2 Loremasters can beat the Lorekeeper, and after that I'm going to see if 3 of them can, because I'm assuming that 2 of them isn't going to be enough, but like, you never know. I've had surprises in the past. Also, I don't know if the Lorekeeper has like any relation to the Loremaster at all. In that video where I did Sir Gregor versus Squire Gregor, you guys let me know that they weren't father and son and it was just 2 different versions of like Gregor. But I'm assuming since you guys knew about Sir Gregor and Squire Gregor that you probably know about the Lorekeeper too. So if there's anything I should know, if like the Lorekeeper and Loremaster are related in some way, then just let me know in the comments. But you can see that I have my deck set up ready to go. I have 2 Loremasters in right now, and like I said, if 2 of them isn't enough, I am gonna try 3 of them afterwards. And I also have these mega subdues, and when I do cast it on the opponent when I have a minion up, it just makes it so he doesn't attack me. But I'm gonna set up the fight now. And if you didn't already know this, if you are a myth wizard, you can spawn in multiple monstrology minions in one battle. So when I do spawn in this second Loremaster, it isn't gonna get rid of this one, it'll just add on. But the Lorekeeper is already going for an Orthoris. He didn't critical though. It's only going on 1 because the other Loremaster isn't actually spawned in yet. But bro, that did 1600. That's why I'm thinking you're gonna need at least 3 Loremasters. Like bro, he does so much damage, plus he can critical. Like he didn't even crit. But now I am using Mega Subdue because that should make him not attack me, unless it is an AoE obviously, because then it will attack me. But he'll only attack the other Loremasters otherwise. But the first Loremaster is going for a handsome Fomori. They have like no damage at all, so it's just the base of the spell. So 450 plus it gives him the mantle. So if he does fizzle, that's not too bad. But the second Loremaster is going for a Deer Knight. It's not the worst move, but it's not the best because there's only 1 of him. And you can see both of the Loremasters are passing right now. And that's because inside of their spell deck, they literally only have lore spells. So if they have anything under 4 pips, they can't go for a hit. They don't have a single blade. They don't have any shields. They literally only have the lore spells. And they don't even have every single lore spell. Obviously, you can get all the lore spells from them when you're farming her. But I'm pretty sure they only have, is it 15 out of the 25 lore spells? I'm not even sure. I looked this up earlier because I was doing something else with Loremaster, but they pretty much just have like the earlier on lore spells that they added earlier in the game. But bro, his natural attack just did 1000 damage for 4 pips. Like, that's insane. And then since the Loremasters don't power pip like every single time like the Lorekeeper has been, they can't hit as frequently as he is. And this goat monk is doing 500 damage. I mean, for 5 pips, that is 100 per pip. That's not too bad. But now the Lorekeeper is going for a blade. Bro, if he goes for an Orthoris and crits the Orthoris, that'd be insane. Both of them would take so much damage. And I think it's an AoE. It is. It's an Orthoris. He didn't even crit, but this is still going to do a ton. That's 2,000. 2,200 on both of them. Like, that damage is insane, but no, they were going for the exact same combo, but the first Loremaster fizzled the handsome Fomori, so the second one is just gonna go for the Deer Knight. But once again, not a bad hit. They have no damage at all, though, so it's not really doing too much. The first one is going for a Samurai now, but they did have that weakness on, so probably not too much. Okay, 405. With a weakness, that actually isn't too bad. Yo, look at this guy, bro. The Lorekeeper is going for a legendary Treant, I think it's called. That's doing 1,300 plus it stuns her? Wait, what the fuck? Why'd that do so much? It was only the 3-pip version too, because he pip conserved that. Like, holy shit, that did mass. But the first Loremaster is going for Goat Monk again, probably around 500. Yeah, 520, that's not too bad. And then the second one with the handsome Fomori, it does around the same damage, but it also gives him a mantle, so... Oh, it did more. That's not even bad, but the mantle only works if he fizzles. Does it? Okay, he didn't even fizzle. And he's going for this humongo frog. Wait, what is this called? I think it's like... I don't even remember the exact name, but I think it's King Humongo Frog or some shit, bro. I have no idea. But you can see the initial hit isn't too big, but it gives an overtime that does so much. Yeah, that's doing 368 per round. But the first Loremaster is going for a Lord of Night, so she is going to drain some health back with this hit, 440, so she's getting 220 back. I think that will make her survive one more round, but you can see that she's out of pips anyways, so it really doesn't matter. The first Loremaster did just die, and now the second one is going for a Samurai. That does 540, which obviously isn't bad, but the Lorekeeper just crit this Orthrus. It's doing so much. 3,300. Is she dead? She's not dead. 209 health. That basically did half of her health in one round. I mean, at least 2 Loremasters got him down to 3,200. That's not too bad. But look at this. This is the first 4-pip lore spell that any of the Loremasters have gone for. That's something that I was gonna mention earlier, is that they mainly go for the 5-pip lore spells, which I don't really understand. But the Lorekeeper is gonna finish off the second Loremaster. That's 1,300. Obviously, she's dead. But now I have 3 Loremasters set up in my TC deck, and we're gonna go back into the fight and see if 3 of them can beat the Lorekeeper. I'm setting it up the exact same way to where I spawn in all of the Loremasters, and then I will use the subdue on the Lorekeeper. But you can see that the first Loremaster is already going for a hit with the Goat Monk, and that does 480, which isn't too bad. And now the third Loremaster is spawned in, and the second one is going for a Deer Knight. No way, the Lorekeeper is going for another Orthrus. The third Loremaster isn't in the battle, but he crit. You know how much this does. It did, I don't even remember. Was it 3k? That's 3,300. Bro, Loremaster 1 and Loremaster 2 are already at half health. They literally couldn't do anything. It was impossible to defend that. That means that basically 2 critical Orthruses kill all of the Loremasters. Obviously, except for the last one, because the last one wasn't spawned in yet. If he does go for another critical Orthrus, the last one will be fine. But if I'm being honest, for all 3 Loremasters, it's not really looking that great. The Lorekeeper went for this again. That's 694. Okay. So I think he criticaled the last one, because didn't the last one do around... I think the last one did around like 1,200. So he must have criticaled the last legendary tree, because that did a lot less than the first one. But okay. The second one went for a Lord of Night. She's getting that health back, which isn't bad because she did get hit by that massive Orthrus. It's kind of funny because the Loremasters pretty much just take turns hitting, because obviously I had to spawn them in round by round. So you just saw the last one went for that Deer Knight, and now the first one is gonna have enough pips to go for a hit, so she will hit. And then the round after that, the second one will have enough pips to go for a hit, so she'll hit. Oh no, the first one failed pips, so they're all just passing this round. That's the big thing that sucks about Loremaster, is that they just literally have nothing to do except for hitting. And if they don't have enough pips to hit, then they just can't do anything. But the Goat Monk again, probably 500. Okay, 440, so it did do low end. But the second Loremaster with the Samurai, but she did have that weakness on, so only 405. But again, the Lorekeeper is going for another Orthrus. He got the crit again. Wait, okay, no, this doesn't kill. Wait, it might. Does it kill one of them? It does. Oh wait, what the second one did? The second one blocked, but the first one is dead. So that did 3,300 on the first Loremaster. That did 3,300 on the last one, and then it did 1,600 on the second one. The third Loremaster is going for a Catalan, but it is through that minus 85 storm shield, so obviously it's not going to do that much. 115, it's not too bad, but if he does fizzle this mantle, then it'll be a good move. And he does. Okay, that's not too bad. He's just going for another Orthrus. It was not smart to make him fizzle that, because he was most likely going for a hit. But okay, he didn't critical this time. So was it 1,600? It's 1,600. They're actually... He pip conserved. Look at their health. Are they actually not going to be able to win? 3 Loremasters against 1 Lorekeeper, and they couldn't win. If he gets off one more Orthrus, it's basically over. It could be all over right here, because he has a Myth Blade on, and he has 7 pips. So he could just go for the Orthrus straight up. And with that blade, even if he doesn't get the crit, I'm pretty sure that Loremaster dies, because she only has 2k health. And then obviously if he does go for an Orthrus, the second Loremaster dies either way. But the last Loremaster is actually going for a Lord of Night, so she's getting 220 health back. I still don't think that'll save her if he does go for an Orthrus. This is the moment of truth, please. Okay, he's just going for a Minotaur. On which one though? It's on... I didn't see. The second one. Okay, she was the lower health one anyways. Obviously, she's dead. 1400, like, that almost would have killed the last one anyways. But wait, there's still no way. The last one has 2200 health, and he still has 2700. It's over. And now he's going for a Medusa. Bro, this guy is nasty. Holy shit, his spell deck is actually good. He didn't get the crit, but I think it kills. Okay, 1800. No, she's not dead yet. But, like, bro, she's basically dead. Man, I'm actually surprised. I thought 3 Loremasters would have been able to do it. And now she's dead. The Lorekeeper goes for his natural attack 1300 for 4 pips. 4 fucking pips. 3 Loremasters really wasn't enough to beat a guy that's balding. Like, how? I would do 4 Loremasters versus the Lorekeeper, but I completely ran out of Loremaster summon TCs, so I would have to get more Animus. Plus, I don't have another Lorekeeper, so I would have to get another one of him. But I'm just genuinely surprised that 3 Loremasters couldn't beat 1 Lorekeeper. It's just kind of sad. But if you enjoyed the video, then make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And anyways, I'll see you guys next time.